Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have another PCM test and possibly repair. This is coming from North Dakota. Juan, this is your computer. This is 2002 Ford F-150 Lariat, 4 by 4, 5.4 liters, not um, um, no supercharge. He said it's a crank no start. So I asked him, okay, well, for this situation, I need you to send me cluster keys and the computer to try to reproduce and see what the problem is because sometimes it's not in the computer, sometimes it's in the instrument cluster. So he did send. This is his cluster. It looked like it has 399,768 miles. Reading the information from the computer, also to show the big number KD19236, we are prohibited to start a car by the PAD system. PADS, as you read here, is passive anti-theft system. All right, so the rest of the codes, that's our normal, and I'm going to try to perform the key relearn. I have two keys coming from him and see if this takes place, because otherwise we might have a problem with the paths on the instrument cluster. I do have another instrument cluster here, so that is for my testing. Same thing, same exact cluster. But as you see, I'm reading actually RPMs, and it's very steady. So I don't think we do have any problems on the computer, at least not yet. So I'm going to turn the RPMs off. As you see right there, it went down. I'm going to turn the ignition on the full probe and then provide 500 RPMs. This is the first test that I do. And then as soon as I click enter, it's not working. So I have to actually manually do it. But yeah, as you see, it's immediately reading the RPMs. So I'm going to leave that signal now there, and I'm going to turn the ignition off. In here, you see that the cluster went off, and the TEF light is flashing. It shouldn't because we have the key right there. So I'm going to put the ignition back on, and we see immediately RPMs. Communication in between the cluster and the computer is established, and I can see it's good because we can read the mileage. When you have a problem on this setup and this system, and there is no communication in between these two, again, it's very important because of the theft situation, right? So for the paths, it will set up that fault. The actual paths area, or the anti-theft area, is only in between the cluster and the key with this reader, right? So with the antenna on your ignition or steering column, that will um, reset the light or set the light, right? But we do have a steady code, which is P1260, very common for the anti-theft system. The only reason I can provide the cranking or the RPMs is because I'm in a simulation, right? He will not be able to do that because the car will not crank. Right now, the instrument cluster is not sending the signal for the computer to actually allow the cranking. The reason the light went off, as you see right there, is because it's going into, like a minute or two of testing, and it will set up faults, and that is the common situation. But yeah, so this is all pointing to Pat's problem. So let me do a few tests, but I can definitely reproduce your concern here, Juan. So I'm going to stop the video here and then proceed with my testing and see what I find. All right, guys? All right, guys, I'm going to make this probably one video. I talked to Juan. Yes, the instrument cluster had a problem and actually affected the computer. So it's kind of like I don't know what they did. I think they were working on a computer. They got us an exchange or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what happened, or if they put another computer in here. I'm not sure, but I'm the only thing that I know now is I fix it. All right, so everything is back to normal. I have now the computer connected. I have to do a parameter reset and relearn the keys. When you do and mess up with the paths, you have to pretty much start from scratch. All right, so I'm going to quickly show what I have right now. I'm on the instrument cluster first. After I did a parameter reset and key relearn, which I was able to successfully do with the top-down Phoenix Max, not a problem at all. Again, I want to show the bin number KD19236. These are now married together, so this is a one piece. You cannot connect this cluster with any other computer Otherwise, you will have to do what I did, but I'm reset, key relearn, and everything. All right, so we have right now a master key present and two keys stored. So I'm going to turn this off. We're going to lose the communication for a second, and now it's all not available. And you can see that. Okay, so I'm going to have to probably reconnect. Oh, well, actually, I'm moving the keys. I should have like, sometimes I try to do too many things in one time. But all right, so I'm going to turn this on, and we'll see how the anti-theft light it goes reading and then it's off. That is immediately saying that everything is good. So um, let's see if we can reconnect again without closing the app because it says that like something happened with the app. We'll see because I didn't touch nothing on the actual BCI or anything. Yep. All right. So let's try again. Yeah, something happened. Let's see if it connects to the MDCI, which is how top-down calls that. I've been having lately a lot of problems with that. Not sure what's going on, and I actually had it since the beginning, a little bit of a loose of communications and like what you just saw happening in here. Although I use it only here, so I'm not sure because this is not like a, like I use it all the time, like in the shop or something, right? But I use it probably, 10 computers a day. The only thing I don't connect this, like to test drive a car or anything like that, all right? Okay, so we're going to go into read data stream. Well, I'm actually, yeah, in a cluster. So we're going to go master key, numbers of keys stored, and we're going to go to, let me just see, this one, powertrain verification and vehicle enable. All right, so we have everything, as you see, this is still showing us a master key present. So both of these keys now one are master keys and they are stored in the instrument cluster. All right, so let's get out of here and let's go over to the PCM. Oh, well, I should have showed that we have no faults in there, but obviously if they're stored, there is no faults in the instrument cluster except for like the fuel level or so that is not connected. Let's go over to the PCM. We saw that P1260, which is the anti-theft. Okay, not supercharged. Okay, actually select the supercharged. I don't think it's going to matter. Realistically, it's just going to give us different PIDs. But since I don't have the car actually connected, it's not a problem. All right, so let's read the fault code first. It's going to retrieve the constant memory fault codes. It's probably still there. Yeah. All right, so we got that fault in here. So let's clear the fault codes. Make sure the computer is also accepting the um, the new program keys and everything, right? Because that has to work together. And I think that it is well, we can see right now that P1260 is gone. The TF light is going out by itself. So again, I'm going to turn this off and I'm going to turn it back on quickly so we can see the TF light is on and then off and then we have the mileage. That is the way it should be. When you have a light that it blinks and then it goes off and then flashes, that means it's an anti-theft pad system problem on Fords. But yeah, we got the fuel pump, I know, in the P1000, that is completely normal. All right, so the next thing that I want to do is now try again. We should read RPMs on here, read data stream. So I'm just going to select the battery voltage in RPM to start this a couple of times. So I'm going to first turn this on and then put this into like 500 RPMs. And we have the RPMs already there, as you see here on the instrument cluster. So we're going to select battery voltage and engine RPM, engine revolution per minute. All right, so we can see 499.5 RPM, so that is perfect. So what I'm going to do is just turn the computer off again. We're going to see that, turn it back on, and I want you to see immediately RPMs in here, and that is perfect. Okay, so and RPMs are reading, it happened again. So it's not like in me turning the car off. That should not affect the communication between the scanner and the BCI or MDCI, whatever you call that. So I'm going to have to close the app and reconnect. And I don't want to do this because it's completely unnecessary. I know that this is the tool, not liking what had just happened. And it's mostly in Fords, so that's not a problem. But again, this is working perfectly. When your computer and your setup is ready to go, this will be a plug and play in your car. It will start immediately, not a problem. All right, guys, thank you so much for visiting the channel. Don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye bye.